choiceless observation of what is. No judgment, no choice. No conscious mind. No conscious mind, no thought. No thought, no control. Awareness, in my view, is another term for the greater self with a capital S. An expression of our beingness. Not ours, really, this beingness, but a shared connection with all creation. Committing to total awareness suggests that we are ready to surrender completely to what is. Giving up any need to have what is any other way. Being aware is the jumping off place for unconscious acting. And without awareness, budding Zen artists, and I'll go back later and explain why I use that word. It's a very important word in terms of my development and my teaching development. Zen artists are lost in a maze of predetermined ideas, thoughts, controls, limits, and boundaries. They can never be free. That's my quote. Now let's talk, Michael.
Okay. By the way, when you bring up awareness, I remember you stating this. I never forgot it, and I've used it in my classes, and my kids will recall me saying this. You defined awareness as the non-judgmental observation of what is. And it's being in that moment that to take in whatever is there and deal with it that at that moment. And if you take another step as actors, all of the craft we do, all of the stuff that we have to do to prepare, once we're in that performance, that's our goal, to be as that character in that relationship, in that story, aware of that moment to moment. And that's when magic happens.
You bet.
It's the exercise you taught us that says, I'm feeling, I'm getting from you, that makes me feel. And it puts the hair on the back of my neck when I talk about it, because when we see it, when we go into the theater or a live theater and sit in the dark and laugh and cry with other strangers, we feel it, we know it. And we know when it's not there too. So our goal is to create a process, a craft that gives us that ability to get that out of the way, that when we're in performance, we're aware, we're there, we're present, whereas you said, we are being, not acting.
Beautifully said, Michael.
I had a great teacher.
Huh? Beautifully said. And what did he have? I didn't hear what he said. Oh, Michael.
Yes.
Let's all do our best to be fully aware moment to moment for as long as we're on Zoom tonight, all of it.
Or even longer outside of it. That would be a good thing too.
Yeah.
Darryl, there were three things, by the way, and I've told everybody this, they're probably sick of me doing this, but I do it every class and several times. But there were three things from your book that I got that were like three different phases. One was your life story was fascinating, of all the people you worked with and how you, what you did and all the things that you did. And of course, I knew a lot of that, but I never had it like laid out in full detail. That was great. That was a nice story. But what I got, the second thing was I'd never fully understood. And I had Meisner's book. Bill Zipp and I had Meisner's book on our cocktail table. We read it once a week. And I've read every other book there was, including Stanislavski when I first got in the business, and Stella's and Uda's, everybody's. But your book was the first time that took the process of acting from Greek history all the way up through when Stanislavski blew the doors open, and then Harold Clurman had trained what became all the other method acting teachers, up through when Stella Adler went back to and studied with Stanislavski, and then came back and told Lee Strasberg he was wrong, doing it wrong, which of course didn't go over real big. But you took the history all the way through there, and then what you came up with was there was still that missing link. And one thing you said in the book is the entire time that you were in Lee Strasberg's class, you never saw him do an exercise, a physical exercise that dealt with the actor's instrument. And my thing, I told Darryl, guys, I said, look, Darryl is a surgeon and he used the scalpel skillfully, but in my bag, I have a chainsaw and a bat, and some of my kids will testify to that, but I'm more bottom line. And basically what we were about was the same thing. And I put my little twist on it, but it's the same thing. And I keep telling everybody, this is what we paint on. This is our canvas. Darryl's a painter. You see his lovely paintings back in there, but this is our canvas that we express on. And it's our voice, our body, our own emotional life experiences, intellect, instinct, all of that stuff that creates the performance. And if this isn't ready to work, if this isn't fully available in facile, forget about it, okay? And the thing is that Darryl devised all these exercises. I'd never seen anything like them. And of course, stole every single one of them and have tried to give them to you guys. But this is the process. First of all, that history is wonderful, but then the quest for what was the missing link? That was the missing link which Darryl developed. Can you talk a little bit about that whole thing, where you came up with the numbers and the I'm getting from you, and some of these exercises? What was the thought process behind that, and what was the revelation that led you to say, well, this is my difference. This is what I'm going to bring?
Well, that's a really great question, except it took me almost 90 years.
Well, give us the cliff notes.
To come up with an answer. And I think I'm getting there.
I think you are too. Give us the
point is, I did so much work as an actor, as a director, as a producer, with so many actors, so many things. For so many years, I learned that most of the time, the people that I was working with that were having problems didn't know, A, who they were. They didn't know what their body was or could do. They weren't connected to their bodies. They had no real connection to their emotional lives. As a matter of fact, how we've been trained in the world that I grew up in is not to feel and express it. We've been trained to feel it and not express it. Because if we express it and it doesn't work for somebody else, we're wrong. We can be wrong because we're not feeling the right thing. And when I started teaching acting, and the first time I started to work with people, some of whom, I mean, some fairly well-trained people from Strasberg, from Meisner, from universities, the finest places. And I'd say, what are you feeling? And they didn't know what the hell I was talking about. So I realized that rather than trying to block a scene or work on beats and blocking or, how to play a character, I better get them in touch with their reality, and so that's why half of my classes and half of my book, in terms of process, is about the inner self, is about connecting to your body, feeling free to use your body the way you have. And remember, we haven't used the word yet, and we might not go into it much tonight. We have to open ourselves to our imagination, because thought doesn't bring the body into context. Imagination and images and stuff does. We have to learn how to use this incredibly brilliant instrument, the beingness that is in us, as I said earlier in my introduction, to the acting process, to try to put a scene together without access to our living reality and to be able to use it freely is nonsense. So that's where it all came from. Does that answer your question, Michael?
Yeah, but yes, partially.
Go ahead, ask.
Where was the, I always have had the question, I've been doing it for 30 some years, but I've always had the question.
You're a beginner.
If I did
31 years, you're a child. Go ahead.
Listen, I'm old and you're ancient, so don't start no stuff.
Yes, I am.
That's what
Yes, yes.
that's what she said to Henry
Yeah, go ahead, ask your question.
in ongoing. Anyway, what was the genesis of the numbers, the exercise that you developed?
You know what?
No, I don't.
I think we should do the exercise, and then I think I'll be able to answer your question better
Okay.
in terms that the people that are watching and listening can get a handle on.
Okay, all my kids, my former students and my current students, get up off your chairs right now. Everybody get up, and anybody else that wants to join, come on, Russell and Julia, I know your game. Corey, God love you. I can't tell you how good it is to see you. Stephen Holmberg, get your ass up. You're not going to sit there. You're going to do the numbers. Get up. Okay. Come on, I'm putting you on the spot. Okay, everybody, we're going to do 10 counts of happy, 10 counts of angry, 10 counts of sad, 10 counts of happy. Now, as happy as you can be, as angry as you can be, as sad as you can be, as happy as you can be. Whoever's mic is on, turn them off. Damien, by the way, I only met you once, but your mic is still on. Can you mute yours, please? Because I can't find a way to do it. And everybody else, okay. Full on. This is voice and body. Go crazy. 10 counts of happy, 10 counts of angry, 10 counts of sad, 10 counts of happy. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
Michael.
Yes.
Michael, it's me. You hear me? I could see you, but I couldn't hear you.
I did them silently. I've developed a way to do numbers.
Now, I have a question. I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why did you start with the numbers?
Okay, I've made this the core exercise because you stated that you had all these actors and we saw them come in. If you sit in Darryl's class long enough, you start seeing name actors come in and you go, God, I have no resume. He's got that resume and he's an actor. It was incredible. And then you found out most of them didn't have any game. And this exercise, listen, let me rewind. When you're 2.5 years old, you have no problem expressing your displeasure or pleasure at something. And then for the rest of your life, you're put on armor and told to not do that anymore. So now you come into this crazy profession and you're told, well, you have to have access to your physical life and your vocal energy and your emotional energy. And it doesn't just shed. So this is like throwing a grenade in some ways into somebody's awareness level that we need to get this instrument facile. So it's become the core exercise of my class. And then we build on that. We use it under scene, we use it under monologue, we use it in communication exercises. But the willingness that we have, the actors see this and they have the same reaction I did, which is it scared the hell out of me the first time I saw it. But they are, I think, know somewhere deep down inside that this is something they really need to have. They need to learn how to do. They need to challenge themselves to do it. So that was why I asked it. And there's many other exercises. I stole every one you ever did that I could remember.
Okay, my turn.
Yeah.
As much as I loved watching you and your guys, your men and women work on Wednesday night, the one thing that I did not agree with was that I felt the actors were pushing the emotional energy. We're forcing a large expression of emotional energy. And I had the feeling that that's not helpful. If you really want to work from where you are right now with your emotional life, if you start with pushing the emotional life before you even get in touch with it, it's not going to help your process. And I would recommend that what I would like to do tonight is I would like to do the exercises that I used as a basis for getting the exercise work started, and then go back and re-examine what we're talking about now about sound and movement. Because
Okay.
here's what I wrote in my little script that I'm working from.
Hold on one second. Can you hold that thought? Because right now everybody's going out and celebrating the health workers and they're beating pans and stuff. So we're all going to go out and clap and beat on something for about 3 minutes, and then we'll readjourn, and then we can start the exercises.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'll be here.
2 minutes, everybody. Go clap for your health workers.
Hi, Darryl. Can you see me?
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, I can.
It's Karen.
Oh, it's Karen. Hi, Karen.
Hi, Karen.
I'm sorry to show up late. Hi, sweets. My Wi-Fi was fucking not doing what it was supposed to. So
Hey,
Karen.
I can give you
Hi, baby. So I was stuck in technology land, and thank God Sophie was here to zoom me in through her cell phone.
Well,
You look amazing. Karen, you look amazing.
Oh, that's Jim?
That's
Jim. Hi,
Hey,
Ah,
it's like been celebrating Darryl's birthday.
yeah. Hey, we didn't need to go out and beat any
This will
pants.
save you a big trip.
Yeah, I know, right? Darryl,
Yeah.
the paintings look amazing in back of you.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
They look so good.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you look like you're about 14.
Oh my God, Darryl, you look.
Both of you look great.
God,
I'm in my bathrobe.
Darryl, you look 60, and I'm not BSing you. It's gorgeous. Linda, where are you? Let me see.
Yeah,
your
Linda,
face.
where are you?
Here I am. So I'm getting older and he's getting younger. What the fuck is up with that?
You look great. What are you talking about?
You look darling.
I'm so glad you guys.
Are we all meeting July 28th this year?
I hope so.
Oh God.
It would mean a lot to me.
I know. Well, I'll make it.
Let's
Okay.
do it. Let's do
Okay,
it.
let's do
Oh,
it.
yeah. It's kind of like our annual dinner.
I think
Man.
Michael is back. Michael?
We're back. Everybody mute your microphone except for Darryl. First of all, let me say, if I may, you're right in your observation, but let me quantify that. Everybody that comes into class pretty much starts the same way. They do your name and bow exercise. And then we do conditions. What are you feeling right at this moment? And then we try to get it into sound, and we proceed from wherever they are organically. The numbers has been used because I've found, and I don't know that it's a particular condition of Canadian actors, because I've worked with American actors as well, but I find that it is easier to crack open somebody and get them willing to get outside of their comfort zone by using an exercise like the numbers. And then I think everybody will testify that after they did the numbers, the blood's flowing, they feel alert, they feel energized, they feel ready to go. Then it's kind of like a warm up where you're now ready to, okay, now, where am I? What am I feeling at this moment? Give me sound for that. Can you put it in your body? That kind of thing. So I use the numbers a little bit differently because I find it has value in that way. And a lot of times, I think so many of us as actors don't want to push it. We don't want to overact. We don't want to, and my theory is that, I was in a golf course one day and this guy said to me, you know how many putts, what percentage of putts don't reach the hole if you don't hit them hard enough? And I said, dumbass that I am, how many? He said, all of them. So to me, I think we have the problem of sometimes underacting more than we have overacting. And my workplace is a safe place. It's where we fail to succeed. where we work to succeed. And we found that the numbers is extremely useful in a number of different ways. But we are in total agreement that our goal is to start from where we are at this particular moment and to make it live truthfully from moment to moment. That's what creates good performances. Having said that, you go on.
Right. Let me work with somebody to do the exercises, starting with the first.
Absolutely.
And then go through them all, and then let's go back and discuss this after we do that.
Magali, you're there? Where are you? Magali?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here.
Would you like to work with Darryl?
Yes.
I think you would be a good choice.
Where is Magali? I can't see Magali.
I'm here.
Hold on. There you are. Okay, I'm going to, you need to click on her screen and then hit pin.
Well, I just see her.
There she is right there.
Okay, but can she be there mainly instead of you? Because I'm
Okay,
seeing a
wait,
little
wait,
bit of
wait.
her.
If you pin her, she'll be there. You
It
click
says
on her
David and
screen.
Magley, is that okay?
Yeah, David and Magali, you hit that screen and then you hit pin.
Okay. Hit that.
Now she
As
should pop up.
usual, nothing has been working with our video and
I can
our,
see Magali. Is that her up in the corner?
it's her right here.
Yeah, she's
Yeah, I can see her in a small little picture.
okay. You should
But I
be
can't
able to click on her window.
Just double click.
Okay.
There she is.
There you go.
Hello, Magali.
Hi. Very nice to meet you.
Wait a minute. I lost her. Okay.
Hi,
Now, let's-
Magley. I
let's-
just want you to know, we're all struggling with this.
Yes,
We're all
yes.
cool.
We're all
Listen.
struggling, Magali.
We're through it.
What's
It's
your
all
last
good.
name?
Magali Bazinet.
Bazinet. Well, I saw you the other night, didn't I, on Wednesday night? Doing
You
Yeah.
did.
You were very good, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I thought. What do I know? Now, what I'm going to do, let's start, and I'm going to do this with you. We're going to do it together, all right?
Yep.
Can you see me?
I can see you perfectly.
Okay. Let's breathe a little bit together. Take a nice deep breath. I'll do the same. Okay. Easy does it now. Yes. What are you feeling right now?
Happiness.
No.
Okay.
You felt
I'm
happiness,
feeling-
and it changed before you said the word. Were you aware of that?
I guess I was looking. Yeah. I'm happy though. I feel joy.
I know, but it changed when you said the word. You started to feel happy, and then just before you said the word, it changed to something else.
I feel thrilled.
Were you aware of that? That's
Um,
the key question. Were you aware that it changed?
I guess not in the moment. No.
I don't think you were. I didn't see it. Breathe. Now, when your eyes go up, your eyes are going up to the right and to the left. That means you're thinking.
Okay.
You feel yourself thinking? Are you aware that you're thinking?
Yes.
No, now you're not thinking. Breathe, just breathe. Just breathe. Be aware of what's coming up inside of you. What you're feeling. This is better already. We're in a better place, you and I. Yes, right there. What's that? Yes, what's that? Give me a word.
Grateful.
It changed. It just changed.
Easy. Okay, do you feel that change? You know what you're feeling now?
Lucky. It's not an emotion, but
No, that's not what you're feeling. That's what you're thinking. What you're feeling is what? Right now, what you're feeling now, right now.
I feel sad.
That's it. Let it happen, my dear. Yes, let it happen. Give it sound.
Ah.
Easy. It changed. You see it change? Feel
Yeah.
it change? Right there. What do you feel?
Ah.
Better. Yes, that. Give that sound.
Ah.
Yeah, out there. Let it go.
Ah.
Yeah, let it go.
Ah.
Don't push it. Don't push it. Breathe. You are looking at me right now, and you're right there. It's changing. The emotion is changing, and you're feeling what you're feeling, and it's so honest and real and unmanufactured. Can you feel that? What does it feel like to just let that happen and not try to make yourself do anything? What does that feel to you as a human being?
Feels pretty good.
Yes, let that happen. That's joyful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that a good feeling?
Yeah.
That's free. That's called freedom, my dear. Breathe. You stop breathing. Oh, you are wonderful. Yeah, right there, easy. Feel the tears coming up? Feel them? Do you? You feel the tears coming up? Just say, tell me yes or no. Can you feel the tears coming up?
It's gone now.
Okay. I just lost her. I mean, I did what I wanted to do with, I'd like to do the next step with her if I can, Michael.
You
But
can.
I thought she did that first step beautifully.
If she's game, I'm game.
Okay. You ready for the next step?
Yes, sir.
I'm Darryl.
Yes, Darryl.
Yeah.
All right, Matt, tell me your name again.
Magali.
Magali. Now we're going to get to the next step, and we're going to go just as easy as we just did, Magali. Let me see her whole picture. I can't see her whole face. I want to see her face. Michael, can you show me her whole face?
No, it's not up to me. You have to unpin it and then pin it again.
Okay.
You have to pin my video.
Double
click on her video.
Don't unpin her until I'm finished with her, please.
No, but you're going to repin or double click it.
I'm double clicking. Double clicking. Oh my God.
Then go up there and hit the little thing and unpin it and then pin it again.
Is that the little thing on the right?
Yeah. Right next to the mute button. It says pin video.
She's struggling with the
That's
text.
okay. We'll figure it out.
Mike, sorry.
Don't worry. You can do it through just looking at you two. I've got you in the left corner and her in the right column, and I can see you both.
I can't see her.
Okay. Well,
I can't do the exercise if
we'll make it work.
Okay. Can I ask you what happened?
I have no idea.
Okay. We want.
If anybody is technologically adept and has a suggestion, that would be good to.
Suddenly she went off screen and
Darryl?
you came on screen.
Okay.
What caused that? Yes.
Wait.
Darryl?
Yes.
There
There you are.
Okay, but you have to pin my video. So you want to go to.
You're there. Now you're there.
Yeah, but
I've
if
got you
no
now.
one
Let's
sees-
just continue.
Look at the camera. Look at me. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. You have to go into gallery, find me, and there's two buttons. There's the blue mute button and the blue 3 dots. And you click on the 3 dots button at the right corner of my video, and you click on pin video. Because if you don't do that, every time someone's going to speak, the video will change.
Hi, Magali. It's me who he doesn't do any.
I don't know
technological
anything about this.
anything.
I'm a
not
nitwit.
even take the text off of his phone. So it's me that has to do this. And now you're on screen, full screen. Let's just hope it stays there for.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, it
Don't-
should
We're in
be
the middle
fine.
of doing something
Don't
really
anybody
good.
do anything to change this picture. Now, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you.
All right, let's start with your whole energy field has changed. Are you aware of that?
Yeah.
Wow. huge difference. Can you feel that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm getting? I'm not going to ask you to tell me, but I'll tell you what I'm getting. Sadness. Let it happen. Let it happen. It's wonderful. Okay, give it sound.
Oh.
Atta girl. Let it happen. Don't hold it. Don't hold it. Give it sound right there. Give that sound.
Ah.
Yeah,
Ah.
right at me.
Ah.
Right at me.
Ah.
Or
Ah.
you're starting to pull it back. Now you're holding a little bit. Right there. Give it sound to change. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, girl.
Ah.
Atta girl.
Ah.
Yeah, easy. Don't push. Stay with me. Send it to me. Send it to me. You're communicating with me like I was another actor. What is it? It changed again. Now it's going back toward more towards sadness or something. Disappointment I'm getting. Then it changed. The minute I said disappointment, it changed. Could you feel that? Magali, could you feel that? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
You don't have to say anything. You let me know. You're doing beautifully, my dear. If you learn to trust your instrument, Michael has given you a huge step toward having a really polished instrument. Don't mess with it, because let that happen. Give it sound.
Ah.
Atta girl, let it happen. Let it happen. Sound.
Ah.
Easy, easy. When it changes, sound again. When it changes,
Ah.
atta girl. Can you feel those changes moment to moment to moment? Can you feel those? Are you aware of those moment to moment changes, Magali? Are you? You tend to hold your breath, you know. You know why you hold your breath?
Because I'm afraid.
Of what?
I don't know.
What do you think do you have any idea what you're afraid of?
I'm afraid that even if I give my all, it's not going to be enough.
Oh my goodness. That's so honest and so on the money and so real. I just fell in love with you. I wasn't 88 years old and married to the best woman in the world. I'd be after you tomorrow. You are a gorgeous creature, not just physically. You have a wonderful, wonderful energy field. You don't have enough self-esteem. You're putting all kinds of pressure on yourself to accomplish things that I guarantee you, I've been around long enough, Magali. Let yourself cry, my dear. Let yourself cry. You're releasing all of that pent up energy. Let it out. That's part of the value of this exercise. So you don't have to walk around as an actress holding on to some of the best part of your instrument. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Don't ever hold back. Don't push, but don't hold back either. You with me?
Yes.
You're not breathing. Breathe, breathe, breathe.
I'm breathing.
You're what?
I'm breathing.
No, you're not. Now you are.
We don't call her the magnificent Magali for nothing.
Now wait. Now I want to do I want to do one more thing, and then we'll. Oh no, I want to do two more things. Then we'll stop. Okay. Are you game, Magali?
I'm fine.
Rather than sound or words, breathe. Magali, if we don't breathe, we can't live. And we all hold our breath. We all hold our breath. It's an old bad habit most of us have. You're a beautiful young woman and you need to breathe freely, no matter what. I'll bet your parents or somebody told you you should do this or do that, but never mind. I'm not going to get into all of that. All right. Now, right there. Don't tell me. Don't give it sound. Just easy, 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 put it into your body. And when it changes, put it into your body again. Don't put anything into your body that isn't coming from inside you, and let it flow into your body. And don't move unless it's coming from inside you and it's connected to your inner self. You understand? Good. Are you breathing?
Yes.
Put that into your body. When I said, are you breathing? You smiled and you had a very strong emotional reaction, but nothing happened in your body. You know what I'm learning about you already? You're not connected to your body enough. You're getting in the way with your head. Are you aware of that? Why do you think you hold it in your body? I can tell from just this much of this exercise.
I don't know. I used to be a gymnast and I'm very active. I don't understand.
But there's a difference between being active and connecting to your emotional life and letting it flow freely through your body. It's easier for you clearly to express it either A, in words, or B, in sound. You did really well. But then when we got to the body, it's stuck. Are you aware of that?
No.
What are you feeling right now? How does that go into your body? That's sad. That's deep sadness and not feeling good about yourself. How does that go into your body? Beneath your face, Magali, let your shoulders, let it go down into your neck and shoulders. Let it go into your neck and shoulders. Can you?
I don't know.
Well, you don't have to know. Just do it. Just do it. You're controlling. The title of my book is Out of Control, in Full Command. You're controlling your body. Are you aware of that? You're not controlling your sound. You're not controlling your emotional life. You're not controlling your vibrancy as a human being, but you're controlling, expressing it all through your body. Now I'm going to give you one more chance to do the body, and then I'm going to go to the next part of the exercise. What are you feeling right now?
Ashamed.
Ashamed. Can you put that into your body? So you're feeling bad about yourself, which is ridiculous, of course. Let it go down into your shoulders. Let your shoulders droop. Have you ever seen anybody who's really ashamed? Let your face come forward and let it go down into your shoulders. Let it go into your neck and shoulders, Magali. Let go, Magali. Let go. Now's the time. Now's the time. Hard, isn't it? Wow. Did you learn anything just now?
I heard that I hate my body.
Say again.
I learned that I hate my body.
You hate your body?
I do.
Why, Magali? Why?
No.
Let yourself cry, my dear. Let yourself cry. And feel, look at you. Feel your shoulders. Look at what you're doing. You're putting it into your body. Let it go down into your body, into your arms and hands. Let it go. Let your head. Yeah, right. That went into your body. Could you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, so boy, did I learn something about you. If you were my student, your ass is grass when it comes to your body, my dear. I would work on you until your body was so expressive. Why? I could go on. I could work with you for the next hour, but I got to move forward. But listen to me. I'm going to ask you one question and do your best to answer it, and then we'll move forward. Will you be honest with me, as honest as you can be? Why do you hate your body?
Because it doesn't do what my mind wanted to do.
What does your mind want it to do?
Well, there's two things. There's fitness, and there's my French Canadian accent that's hard to cover up.
Wait. That's hard to cover up. Why do you need to cover it up?
Because the business doesn't want regional accent. They just want people to sound American.
What business? What the hell business are you talking about that you can't use and love your body? What business? You're talking about the acting business? Huh?
Yes.
Show business.
Yes.
You know what? Fuck them. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Yes, good. Good. Well, say it again. And put it in your arms and hands. Fuck them. Put it out there. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
Put it in your arms and hands. Fuck them.
Fuck them.
That is. Say it again.
Fuck them.
And don't close your eyes. Send it to me. I'm the business. Fuck them. In
Fuck
fact,
them.
say it this way. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
That a girl. That a girl. God bless you. Wow. Are you gifted? Oh, now you're not breathing again. I mean, the minute you do something brilliant, you stop breathing. It's unbelievable. All right, now.
Jesus.
Put it in. Yes, good girl. Put it into sound and movement at the same time. Sound and movement. Yes, into your body. Put it out in. Send it out to your arms and hands. To me. To me. To me. Yeah, I'm the business. Send it to me. Come on. Over the sound. Over it up. Oh, yes. Oh. That's one of the most brilliant first exercises I've ever seen. And I've seen a lot of them, babe.
Oh, God. Michael.
Are you sure you want to do this process?
Yes.
Are you sure you want to learn how to be an unconscious actor?
Yes, please, I do. I want to.
You know, if you will trust, do you have the book?
It's coming in the mail. It's taking so long.
Well, we're working on getting the books to those people who want books, and we'll get it to you as soon as we can, I promise you. In the meantime, know what you know about yourself and trust yourself.
Okay.
And I can tell you this, I've seen a lot of young actresses work for the first time in a class or sometimes on a movie set. Do you know how many actresses, young actresses I worked with in movies and television? I mean,
Millions.
it seems like millions. And I've worked with a lot of attractive, wonderful young actresses. You're one of the best I ever worked with. Now you've got to learn some, let it happen. You've got to learn some skills. You know, you got to learn how to block a scene. You got to learn how to do the work with the dialogue and all that stuff. But you got a basic instrument, kiddo, and just know that, okay? Bless you. All right, Michael.
We don't call her the magnificent Magali for nothing.
I see why you chose her, Michael.
Well, she's as hard on herself as I was on myself, and you are in yourself. And I thought, and she's willing. Magali made a huge breakthrough. She's been working with me for a while, and she's been working on all these things. And she is much more facile and willing. And this was a really wonderful experience for all of us to see. It was just another acting class when you were in Darryl's class. And I mean, this is what he's done and what we try to do. She's done some work that's been frankly astonishing, and she works so very, very hard. And I think this has been great for her, and I thank you for taking
Michael.
Yes.
Michael,
Yes.
I remember her from the other night. And you know what I said to myself after I was watching it with Lyndon? You know what I said? There's a fine actor.
Oh yeah. We're in agreement on that.
I said that the other night. So I think she needs to hear something like this. And I don't know what all of that is about French Canadian and the thing and the wrong this and the that, but
it's all up here in her butt.
It's all up here in her brain, and somehow she got devoured by some French Canadian horse shit. So get it. It's no good.
No.
All right, Michael, I'm ready to move on.
All right. So do you want to work with another actor? Is that what you want to do?
I want to work at don't I want to do detective?
You want to do what?
Oh, I know what I want.
Alberta, are you available to work?
I want to work with the
guy on the monologue.
Hold on.
I want to work with the guy on the monologue.
Hold on. Alberta?
Yeah, Alberta?
Are you available to work at all or no? Are the kids going to drive you crazy?
They're screaming.
Never mind then.
I lost internet and then I just came back on and they're screaming.
Hi, Alberta.
Kids
Everybody
screaming.
say hello to Alberta. She makes all this possible. Love you so much. My God, you're amazing.
Thank you.
Please,
okay.
will you do it with me?
Okay, Billy, can you take them upstairs? Thank you.
Alberta, it doesn't matter about the screen. That's all part of the good part. The good part.
Alberta,
Yes, sorry.
what I used to say to actors and actresses,
Sorry.
use it, don't avoid it. It's the now, it's what is now. You're a mother, your kid is a little kid. Use it. Okay?
Okay.
You got a monologue?
No. Not my brain feels like it's been scooped with ice cube with an ice cream scoop.
You want
Have you worked on
Yeah,
a
nothing
monologue?
in my brain right now.
Have you worked on a monologue?
Daryl,
Yeah.
do you want to just do conditions with her, or do you specifically want to work on a monologue right
I
now?
think I want to work on a monologue, but I could do some conditions with her if she wants to do that, but I want to go to a monologue.
Okay, we're going to go to a monologue next, but why don't you do some conditions with her? I just think it's been hell to get her on the thing, and she really was looking forward to this. So
She deserves it. She deserves it.
dude.
She saved Linda's ass.
I know.
Okay? Totally. Linda just said totally from the other room. All right, Alberta,
Yes.
can you see me?
Yeah, I'm gonna pin you and I can see you.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi. What's going on? You're thinking.
I feel stressed. I feel
You
angry.
You
I feel
what?
angry.
You feel what?
I feel angry. And I feel sad.
I don't get angry.
No? Maybe that's the cover of the sad. I feel sad.
Do you feel sad?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Feel it. Let it happen. It comes right away. Boy, are you connected. Let it happen. Don't hide it, please. You don't have to smile when you feel sad. Just feel sad and give it a little sound. Let it happen. You might cry. Easy, easy. Ah, open vowel, ah. Easy. Easy, take your time, take your time, take your time. Take your time. Breathe. Does your little boy, yes, 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 sound. Easy. Easy, let it happen. Easy. Easy. Let it happen. Goes from giddy to sad, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
feel that?
Yeah.
You feel that happen?
Yeah.
And it goes back and forth a little bit. Can you feel
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
And fast, right?
Yes.
You know how valuable it is for an actor to be able to use emotional energy with that kind of fluidity and spontaneity? That is a gift, my dear.
Yeah.
And you've worked with Michael long enough to really know how to do this. Now, where are you right now? Don't think about it.
Happy.
Breathe.
Happy.
Breathe.
Happy.
Start to think.
Happy.
Are you aware of thinking?
Yes.
Can't think during the conditions exercise, Alberta. That stops the flow. Better, right there. Breathe a little bit. Yes, a little more. Now, just gently, a little sound. Easy. Let it happen. It's changing. See, could you feel the change? Could you feel it? That's important. To be aware of the change. That means you're aware. You understand?
Yes.
Is your child, is that bothering you at all, the child?
Well, I can hear both of them. One screaming at his dad saying, "I hate you, I don't want you," and the other one's just here mimicking me.
Is that bothering you?
The one upstairs is, the one downstairs isn't.
So just be aware of that. You're doing beautifully. You're doing beautifully. And if it bothers you, let it affect you emotionally.
Right. Yeah.
Let it happen. You're a mother. You're connected to this child and he's connected to you. Maybe he can do his conditions with you.
Oh God.
He won't have any trouble with his conditions, will he? No, he certainly won't. He'll be so full of you know what. Yeah, right there. Sound. Sound. Trust the sound. No, don't think. The minute your eyes go up left or right, your eyes are going up left, that means you're thinking. Yes, let it happen. There's a lot of tears there. Are you aware of that? Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Would it help you to tell me why there are so many tears?
Oh, I mean, no. I mean, I don't need to say it. I know why. It's like, it's just fuck.
It's what?
It's fuck. It's just like, fuck. It's so fucking hard to be a mother. Fuck.
A mother. Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard.
You know what? You have a gift. You have many gifts, I think, but you have a real gift. You want to hear what it is, in my opinion?
Okay. Yes.
You're very honest. That is a gift.
Yeah.
That is a gift.
Yes.
You're a very honest human being. And
Yeah.
you're probably a great mother, and you're going to be a greater mother as you begin to be aware of what a great mother you are. Feel, you know, it's going back to what I just did with Magali. You got to start feeling good about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, are you French Canadian?
No, I'm just Canadian.
You're Canadian.
I don't speak French. I'm Canadian.
You know, you got to start feeling good about yourself.
I do. Yes, I know I do. I feel the isolation's been really hard, and
Yes, I understand.
you know.
Now, do you want to give me a little sound? Right there. You don't what, Linda? Breathe. That means you know, don't think. Let it happen. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. Yes, that's perfect. Oh, your little one is there. Okay.
Yeah.
Let it happen. This is wonderful. Now, can you're letting it go into your body. Are you aware of that?
Yeah,
You're
I
letting
feel
go
it
into your
vibrating.
face. Put it into your arms and hands a little bit. No, don't push it. Don't push it. That's artificial movement. When when you did this with your arms and hands, that's not connected to anything.
Okay.
That's connected to some kind of thought. Now I'll move my arms and hands. Put that into your arms and hands. That sound. Put that feeling. Put it sound. Put it in your arms and hands. Send it out to me. Send it out to me.
Oh, I'm pushing. I'm pushing.
You're pushing.
I'm pushing.
See, you're having a little trouble getting what is pretty free flow into your body.
Right.
Like Magali. Are you aware of that?
Yes.
You just reorganized yourself.
Yeah, I'm like sweating. I'm sweating so bad. I'm like falling off my bench, and
You know how good this is for you? Let me say something about us for a minute instead of you. You helped us get to this point today. Because without, and Linda just said, never would have happened without you. Without Alberta, this would never have happened for any of us. You hear that? And I could tell right away, the first time we started to connect, how, I don't know, your vitality is wonderful. Your ability to listen and to feel what other people are needing, and you should see Michael nodding about you. And I just saw something down here from Magali about how wonderful, what a wonderful mom or something.
Oh God, thank you.
You know what the biggest problem after, I'm going to be 89 years old, July 28th, okay?
Wow.
89.
Wow.
89. Think about it. I've been in show business for about 85 years. I've worked with every kind of screwball, genius, you name it, I've done it, okay?
Yeah.
And I can tell you that one of the biggest problems even big stars have, even geniuses have, is lack of self-esteem.
Yeah.
Sometimes they've accomplished so much success because they pushed themselves. They were so determined, even though it didn't even feel good to them. They had to be important somehow.
Right.
Not because other people had to think they were wonderful.
Yeah.
Why? Because they had no self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
The basis of all wonderful communication and the giving of your gifts, and you're gifted, my lady, you're gifted. The basis of all is to share with people and to know that you can bring things to them. Like my son said about bring your wisdom and give it to the world, and you're sending them love forever.
Mm-hmm.
Do it from your heart. Do it from your soul. And all of the problems and all of that stuff, send it out there. Because what we want is you. See, if I could go out there and fix some of these casting directors and dumbbells that are hiring and not hiring actors, I would put half of them against the firing squad. They don't know what they're doing. And they're deciding who's going to be in the movie and with, all that stuff. You with me?
Yeah.
And you've got to overcome a lot of nonsense that's going on in the world around you, especially in show business.
Yeah.
There's more screwballs in my life per capita than anybody's life, except maybe Washington. I think there are more screwballs in Washington than anywhere on earth, frankly.
I think you're right about that. Yeah.
But next, in my opinion, is show business.
Yeah. Yes.
So what do you think? What's going on with you right now?
I feel good. I feel happy.
You feel release, don't you? You
feel
feel
relief.
relief, right?
Yeah.
Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Linda, can you see the difference?
Yeah.
There's such calmness, more present. Linda just said
Acceptance.
more acceptance and more there, more here. You feel it?
Yes.
That's where you want to start all your work as an artist,
Yes.
right there. And the minute you start getting crazy, get up and walk around the room, breathe a little bit, give it sound. You hear me?
Yes. You want me to get up and walk it when I feel crazy?
Huh?
You want me to actually do that?
Do you want to?
Okay.
Go ahead. Go do it.
God. Fuck.
Into your body, into your arms and hands. Put it out there. Yeah, you're feeling giddy and we're joyous. Give it sound. That's it, girl. Send it out through your body. Yes. Yes. When it changes, send that out too. Yeah. It will change constantly. It will change.
Yeah.
Open the valve. Easy, it's changing. Easy. Easy, it's changing. Let it go into your shoulders. Easy, easy. Don't move your shoulders arbitrarily. Let it go down there. That a girl. See, feel that change?
Yeah.
Feel that change all by itself?
Yeah.
Can you feel that? Doesn't that feel good?
Yeah, it does feel good.
And you felt it instantly and you reacted, didn't you? Instantly.
Yeah.
That's called freedom.
I love it.
Isn't it? Yes, I love it too. And you know how wonderful it is to see you do that? Breathe. Okay. I think we should move on. Alberta,
Yes, Darryl.
you can do anything you want to do. You know the reason I've had such success in my life? I never did not do something I wanted to do.
Yeah.
When I didn't want to be a song and dance man after the Star Maker, I wanted to be an actor. I went to Fox and was in the Grapes of Wrath. When I didn't want to be in film anymore, I felt I'd done all I could in film. I went to television, live television. John Frankenheimer hired me because he saw me in Tea and Sympathy. I was just out of the Army. When I didn't want to do television anymore because I thought I'd given up, done all the television, I'd had a television 50, 60 shows up the gazoo, I decided to go to Broadway. I went back to my singing and dancing, and I went to New York, and I ended up replacing Robert Morse in How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying and playing it for a year on Broadway to great reviews. When I got tired of being an actor, I decided I'd go be a producer, and I produced a sitcom. I produced a soap for CBS. I was so good at it because of my writing skills. I didn't go into all the writing I did when I was a young actor. They said, "Oh, will you come and work in the program department?" I said, "Sure." So I went over to the program department. I ran all the 5 CBS soap operas before Norman Lear called me and said, "Would you come to California? I want you to write and produce a show with me. How's that?" And I never said, "Oh, I can't do that. Oh, that's too hard for me. I can't." I did anything I felt like doing. Now, where does this come from? It comes from something in me that doesn't stop myself. From the time I was 3. And you know, I just popped into my head, so I think I should say this for everybody. I had fun.
Yeah, that's the key.
No matter what I was doing, I had a good time. I had fun. I saw people working for Norman Lear and he was chewing them out, and he says, "What do you think?" And I said, "I'm not going to tell you, you'll chew me out." He said, "Tell me anyway." So I told him. He said, "You're right." That's what he said to me. Because I told him. What did you know? Huh?
And what did you know?
What do I know? It's Norman Lear. He knows everything about sitcoms, right? So the point is this: you're fine. Now start accepting it.
And you're beautiful.
And you are beautiful. Linda just said you're beautiful. You are beautiful. These 2 ladies that we're watching are quite special. Now you stay away from Michael Sims because he's trouble. It's a female.
I'm married. I'm happily married
Good.
to a man who's just been yelled at for 20 minutes by our son.
All right. Let's move on, Mike.
Thank you, Darryl.
Thanks.
My pleasure, my dear.
Thanks, Alberta. She
do great.
Michael.
All right. Who now? Blaine, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you have a monologue ready to go?
If my brain didn't drop out of my head.
If you don't, that's cool. We can, because I know Darryl wants to work with somebody prepare. I just thought I'd give you a shot, and I don't know what your situation is with your kids at home. And then a guy, go ahead.
I'm similar to Alberta with kids, screaming in my face. But
Well, hold on. There's a guy named Casey that raised his hand that wants to work. Now, let me ask, but hold on, Casey, because I don't know if Darryl wants to do this. Darryl, do you want somebody that's familiar with your process through me or that I've worked with, or do you want somebody
I'm going to leave this to you. You decide, because you know these young men.
Okay.
And you decide which might work better.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying that since we want to specifically work a monologue, my instinct was to have you work with somebody who was a little more familiar with some elements of the process, even though it was filtered through me.
I totally agree with that.
All right.
So
Why don't you give it? If you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. And if you don't, I know Byron's probably ready to go. And if not, and then we can maybe if Darryl's willing, we can even get a newbie in and get Casey up. I want to give, because I told Darryl there would be more than enough people that wanted to volunteer, and I think we've got about 50 of them. So anyway, do you want to do it, Blaine?
I just don't think I have one off the top of my brain right now, Mike.
All right.
Byron would.
Who?
Byron.
Yeah, Byron, are you ready to go with a monologue?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Darryl, this is Byron Mayberry.
Hello, Darryl.
Byron, B-Y-R-O-N?
Like Lord
Byron. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Are you on a bike or something?
He's on a phone.
Are you walking? What are you doing?
I just went upstairs. Went up some stairs.
That's why it's so narrow.
You're on a phone?
Yeah.
That's all right.
It's technology.
Why are you moving?
Oh, because I was downstairs and now I'm upstairs. I'm at my parents' house.
Well, you got to stay away from your parents.
But I love them. I love them too much.
Possible, Byron.
That is true.
All right, you want to work with him? Well, I'm going to mute so you two can do your thing and go ahead and pin.
You want to work?
Go ahead and pin him, Byron, and you can work with him if you'd like.
Right.
Okay, now, do you need those earphones to work with me?
I don't really, but I do still have to hold the phone. Oh, I guess I don't really need to. Hang on.
Does it help you hear better? Does it help you hear better? Put them on. Can you hear me?
Not really.
Put them on. Put them back on. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Sorry, that was embarrassing.
Just say again.
I said I can hear you. That was embarrassing.
What was embarrassing?
Fumbling.
Fumbling. In other words, you don't want to fumble. Life is too much fumbling.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be perfect, of course, right?
Who says? Your mother? Your father?
No, they know that I'm not perfect. They make that very clear.
Who told you to be perfect?
That's a really good question. I guess just me.
Why do you have to be perfect, you know?
Because I just gotta.
Aha. To do what?
Be successful and accept myself.
Be successful.
Yeah.
You know what will keep you from being successful?
What?
Pushing yourself to be perfect. Not allowing yourself to be who you are.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
That will keep you from being successful. You got only one thing to be successful with, Byron. Yourself. Perfect, imperfect doesn't make a fucking bit of difference. You hear that, don't you?
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, oh my God, what? Say it.
No, and I tell myself that every single day, but it doesn't seem to make any difference, you know?
Because you don't believe it.
No, I don't.
You got a program. Do you know how many programs, with all of the accomplishments I've had in my life, do you know how many programs I've been working on since I was 60? Stuff that was getting in my way, getting into my head, getting into my screwing up, because I got too many programs. And most of the programs are about success, being perfect, being right. You know all the programs Byron, we all got them. All of those people out there that you admire, they all got them too. So now let's start with awareness. Awareness, starting with, this is what I would do. Forgive me, I can't help. I'm a teacher tonight. I can't help. I'm going back to my.
No, please, yes.
Life as a teacher. I want you to tomorrow and for the next week, I want you to write down all the things that come to you about why you need to be perfect.
All the things that come to me about why I need to be perfect. Okay.
And the first thing I think you ought to write down before you write anything else is, what does perfect mean to you? What does that mean? What does that mean for you? What does it mean to my lovely Linda just said, and for everybody else? Because we all got aspects of this in us. These programs. You know who does it to us mostly? Parents. Starts with parents, then the school, sometimes the church, sometimes the government, the experts, the geniuses, the people who write books, who know everything about everybody. Know what I mean? We got all these people telling us who we're supposed to be and what we're supposed to do. Do you understand?
Yeah.
All of us. My mother told me when I was 3.5 years old, I said, Mom, how come I was out at the studio making movies at 3.5 years old? She said, it's something you always wanted to do.
At 3 years old, wow.
3.5.
3.5.
That's what she said to me. It's something you always wanted to do.
Her program.
That's whose program. My wife just said it. Whose program was that? Hers. I was going to be, she wanted to be a movie star. She was so scared of being in front of a camera, she couldn't breathe. And I came out of the womb ready to go. Ready to go. Where is it? Let me see where it is. Where's life? Right? And when she saw that, and she sent me to the Meglin Kiddies at 3.5 or whatever it was, and I was singing the storm, dancing up a storm, and everybody was telling me, and Bing Crosby was saying, I want to send you to my agent because you're the best kid I ever saw. Why? Because I was having a good time. I was enjoying and doing what I wanted to do. See what I mean? And it's in you, whatever you want to really do. So forget successful. Just figure out why you have to be perfect. Might be a good thing to think, who do you really want to be? What do you really want to do with your life? Well, you got a lot of, huh?
I was just going to say, that seems like such a, obvious question to ask, but when you ask it, it's like, yeah.
It does seem obvious, doesn't it? But look, we're human beings. We're doing the best we can, all right? Okay. You want to give any questions about what we've done up to now? Yeah, take a good deep breath or two. Like, take another breath.
I guess I have one question right at the beginning, and you were kind of doing this with Magali, the dropping in and the breathing. Mm-hmm. So you kind of start off with the breathing, and then you just try to let go. But I don't know, for me, when I start doing that, I start to almost hyperventilate. You were saying that you kind of got nervous at first. And yeah, that seems to be something that happens for me.
All right, so then I think we ought to start there. We ought to start with an exercise. All right, before we do that, you got a monologue. How well do you know the monologue?
Oh God, I know it pretty good.
You know it pretty good.
Yeah.
Say it as fast as you can.
Oh, for muse afar that would have sent the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and monarchs to behold the swelling sea. Venture the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars.
Very good. That's very good. Did Michael teach you that?
Yes, he did.
Michael, I love you. I love you. You know the words.
Yeah.
We all have to learn that one. Everybody in class, it's an assignment.
Oh, I was going to demonstrate it, but he just did the demonstration. Okay, now
sorry.
I lost. There he's back. Okay, now what do you want to work on right now?
Oh man, I don't know. That's a loaded question. Holy crap.
Say some of your monologue. Just say it.
Oh, for me is a fire that would have sung the brightest heaven of invention.
That's a line reading.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, you do. You're grinning at me like a Cheshire cat. That is the biggest no-no in my book. A line, when you come to text, you never, ever do a line reading.
Okay.
That's artificial.
Or memorize it.
Now, Linda just made the point, because I want to make this point for you and everybody else. You must not memorize, because you know this monologue. You must not memorize a line reading into your monologue or any text. You have memorized a line reading, so if before you even work on subtext, you work with Michael on subtext, right?
Yep.
And that's supposed to dictate plus the communication between you and everything that's going on, how it plays, how the text plays. The text doesn't play by itself in terms of line readings that you decided it should be. So you must, and I can't make this point strong enough for you and every other actor who's paying attention here. You must never build a line reading into the memorization process. Ever, 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 ever.
Could you elaborate a little bit more on the line reading? Like, is that just how you've rehearsed it over and over and over again?
Say it again.
Exactly how I did.
Yeah, well, no, how you know it really well, right? If you were going to do it at an audition, let's say that I'm going to hire you for something, and I ask you to do a little bit of your monologue, so it's kind of bordering on performance. What do you do? How do you do it?
Oh, for a muse of fire that would ascend the brightest heaven of invention. A kingdom for a stage. Princes to act and monarchs to behold the swelling scene. Then should the warlike Harry.
Breathe. You're pushing. You've got an idea about something that you're supposed to put into the words. So you're making the words mean something that's important, dramatic, whatever. Oh, for a muse of fire that would attend the brightest heaven of invention, a kingdom for a stage, princes to act and monarchs to behold the swelling sea. Do you know how many bad actors play Shakespeare like that?
Probably a lot.
Oh, most. Oh, for a muse of fire. You don't like that line reading? Oh, for a muse of fire. Any other line reading you can think of? I can think of several. Oh, for a muse of fire that would attend the brightest heaven of invention. Oh, for a muse of fire. I could do this all night. Line reading after line reading after line reading, and it wouldn't mean shit. Because it's all phony and fake and bad acting. You must not, and Michael is giving me okay signs up there. So I'm thinking you got to start looking at your process of starting with how do you memorize a text? Are you aware of what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you?
Yes, I think so.
No.
Well, not quite.
No, it doesn't.
My wife is over here. She reads me better than anybody alive. And
What he wants to know is, what the fuck are you talking about?
yeah, what is your point of view? That's what, it's not what the lines say. Why are you, have you ever done a scene from Shakespeare?
In university, but Michael told me to leave that at the door.
Oh boy, the worst problems I had with actors who came to me usually was from university students who had big deal training at the university. The wrong kind of training.
Okay.
They train you. This is the basis of the problem, Byron. They train you to do line reading. They train you to do that, especially with the classics, especially with Shakespeare. They train you to do that with your voice and your thing and the stuff and all of that shit that they give you. You know, it took me, one of the best actors I ever worked with, who became a really good actor and got a career in Hollywood. It took me a year to undo the training he got at the big deal university. And you know what I said to him one day? I said, why are you over there doing that when you're supposed to be, when you're talking about over here? He said, well, I always learned that you play happy things on the left side of the stage and sad things on the right side of the stage.
What?
Said, who the fuck told you that? He said, they told me that at the University of Farkas, whatever it was, okay? I said, I want you to go home today and I want you to write down everything they told you at the university that you were supposed to do or not do. Everything. and bring it back next week. He came back next week. I said, you got it? He said, I got it. 27 things. Like always be sad when you're stage left and happy when you're stage right. You dig? This is from, I'm not going to tell you which university. I don't want to badmouth them. One of the best drama courses in the country, at least in those days. I don't, I'm out of my league now. But are you with me?
Yes. I mean, that's nuts. I've never heard of that, but yes, I hear you.
You never heard of what?
You got to be at stage left for anger and stage right for.
Well, what are some of the things they told you at the university?
It was a lot of gestures and doing, a lot of the text work, like the verbs and stuff. It was a lot of dissection like that. But like the stuff that you and Michael are talking about is quite new for me. Not new. I've been with Michael for over a year, but
over a year. Well, that's new. Let me ask you. Would you do something with me?
I will try.
No, you won't. Try not. As Yoda says, try not, do or do not. There is no try.
That's hilarious. I knew you were going to say that right after I said I'll try.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? We're going to play a little bit. Okay. Can you take the pressure off yourself and have a little fun and discover what the hell's going on inside of you? And just take your time and say the word. You're not performing, you're just saying the text and letting whatever you're feeling come through the sound of your voice, through the words. That's all you're doing. And you can start whenever you're ready and keep breathing. Yeah, easy. Right there. Yes, let it happen.
Oh, from music fire.
No. You're trying
to
control it. No, stop. You are almost there. Now take it, let's start again. Easy. Breathe, please. Can you feel the tears coming up? Can you feel the tears coming up, Byron?
Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah.
Let's use it. We don't have to know why, Byron.
Oh, for music fire that would have sent the brightest heaven of invention.
Let it go.
A kingdom for a stage, princes to act and monarchs to behold the swelling scene.
Easy, breathe. What are you feeling?
And then to the warlike Harry, like himself, assume the port of Mars.
Yes,
his heels loosen like hounds.
Don't push, easy. Rest, breathe. Right there, it changed. Say the line.
He famine, sword, and fire crouch for employment.
That's it.
Pardon, gentles all. I mean, the flat and raised spirits that have dared on this unworthy scaffold.
Yes, easy.
And for so great an object.
Easy, don't push. Easy, give me sound. Easy. Easy. You start to push and you're doing so great. You're going for too much emotion, too much something, expression.
Yeah.
You need to. You're doing great. Now that is really good.
Thank you.
That's moment to moment through a text.
Wow.
Breathe. You're holding your breath.
I'm sniffling.
You want to get a Kleenex?
No, I'm okay.
Guys are always
My wife said guys are always okay.
All right. I'll get a Kleenex. My God. Okay.
Easy. You're too hard on you guys. This class of yours, these actors, Michael, are fabulous. They're all too fucking hard on themselves, right? Yeah, he's going like this to me with the Okay.
No, it's true. I mean, it's almost every class. He's about 6'3", and he used to have long hair. I used to call him that Game of Thrones looking motherfucker. And everybody, he's so hireable, and he beats himself up all the time. And all he has to do is be him. He's enough. And I've been working with him, and it's getting better. And he has moments, but you hit it right in the head in about 10 seconds. That's his issue. But
okay, let's go back to thank you, Michael. Let's go back, Byron. I'm finished almost, Byron.
Okay.
You're lucky, Beth.
Breathe. Did you ever do a text and feel anything like that before?
Actually, that happened in class with that monologue. It was weird. I brought in a stuffy that I made for my girlfriend, and it just kind of, I don't know.
Did you ever do that at the university?
No.
Did they ever ask you to do anything like that at the university?
No.
No. You got programmed. But thank God you're with Michael Sims.
I say that a lot. It's one thing I'm very grateful for. Very grateful for.
You know, you're a great type for movies, television, theater, whatever. What do you want to be? You want to be in the movies? You want to be in television? You want to be in the stage, or all three, or what?
I want to be a Game of Thrones motherfucker.
Good.
What can I say? Yeah.
Okay.
Game of Thrones would be sweet.
So how old are you?
I'm 30.
You're a child. You're a baby.
It doesn't feel like that, but thanks.
I know. I knew you were going to say that. That's why I said what I said. 30 is just in my terms, it's just beginning. I was, only through about 1/10 of my career at 30.
Yeah, but you did so much.
Look, trust something. At 30, you're absolutely on the edge of your life. You're not going to start to get really mature as a human being until you're about 35 or 40. I started, very young, but in terms of my manhood, it took me a long time to get to be to really feel mature.
Why does it take so long?
It's called LIFE. Did you ever hear that?
No, yes.
You're cute. All right, listen, I wish you all. Huh? What? My wife just said you're cute. I said you're cute. You know what my wife just said? You know what she just said? You're handsome and handsome.
Oh, gee.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And she doesn't think I'm handsome, so I don't know how the hell she thinks you're handsome.
Oh, come on, you're handsome.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
I was never accused of being handsome, ever, in my life. Don't accuse me of it.
That's not true. That's not true.
Okay.
Understood.
Byron, you're going to be fine. Have a good time, Byron.
Thank you, Darryl. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, my friend.
It's great.
By the way, Darryl never understood that all the hotties in class had a little thing for him, and they thought he was very.
I never got that.
Well, I'm sorry. You're just not aware. That's all.
Okay, I guess not.
I can help with that. Okay, so
what do we do now?
Do you want to work with someone else, or do you want to take questions? Because I know there's a lot of people.
I think we should take questions, because I think we've done really good exercise work and really good monologue work, and I think it's time to go to questions.
This has been, I'm sitting here with my box of Kleenex. I didn't expect this, but I should have, because it was like being back in class again. We used to come out of class after 4 hours of this shit, And we would go home and get on. Back then we had phones with cords in them, and we'd call everybody. You did so good. Oh, you were amazing. We're cooking the chicken and yelling at each other and getting drunk. And it was like 2 days to recover from the class. It's just so cathartic, and it brought me back to it. And you're still wonderful, and you piss me off because you look better than I do.
I'm not going to loan you any money, Michael.
I don't want any money from you. I've already got everything.
I don't want any more compliments.
Just
I'll begin to feel egotistical.
Well, and never mind. I ain't going there. All right. So those of you that would like to ask Darryl a question, feel free. Anybody? Who's first?
And can we put whoever's talking up on the screen so I can?
Well, they'll jump up. They'll jump when they start talking. Okay. So okay. Wait a minute. Let me go to chat. Who raised their hand first? Was it Alina? Alina? Okay, she's not responding. Who else?
Oh, I was just saying thank you for the great job for the Byron's work. It's amazing.
Okay, cool. Somebody had a question about a line reading. Was that answered or not?
I guess it was. I'm still kind of confused. It was me.
It was me as well. Yeah. So we have Stephen and I. We have the same question. Yeah.
Ask.
Just don't understand the concept of line reading. Like right here, I have bad acting. How do you memorize text? What is your point of view? But like, is it just learning it like from words, or just learning the words on the paper? I'm just kind of confused by the whole.
What are you reading there? Something about bad acting or something? Would you read that again?
That was I put it in quotes because that's what you said.
Oh, are those your notes?
Yes.
Okay, say them again.
I have, you must not memorize a line reading. Line reading is bad acting, and then you ask the question, how do you memorize text? What is your point of view? And that's what I have so far.
How would you define a line reading?
I don't know.
You know how you know a line reading? If you watched Byron, it was pretty obvious.
Yeah, well, yeah. That was my name.
You say it the same way every time, no matter what you're feeling. The line is read the same way every time. If you do it 1,000 times, you say the line the same way. And it doesn't matter what's going on in the scene. It doesn't matter what's going on between you and the other actor. It doesn't matter what the scene is about. It doesn't matter what you're trying to play. It doesn't matter what's going on in your emotional life. The line comes out the same way every time if you do it 1,000 times. That's a line reading.
Okay, that makes sense.
Your question?
Yes.
Can you stop here right now, because this was an important point that you had about line reading.
Yes. My wife is saying that I made an important point here about a line reading when I wrote my script here. Hold on.
The script.
Can you hold 1 second? What's your name again?
My name is Steven. I actually have 2 questions. That was one. So.
Okay.
Okay. I'll get to the next question. Let me. What?
I don't know where it is.
Okay.
But you know what the trick of it is.
Wait.
The worst thing you can do.
No, honey. No. Okay. You have a second question?
Yes.
Okay, ask.
My next question is, during the exercise with Alberta and Magdalene, hopefully I said those names right. I'm so sorry if I didn't. But
wait. Magali, did you say?
Alberta.
And Alberta?
Yes.
Right.
Why are you so?
So he has a question about those.
Wait a minute, just a minute. Sit down, Linda. Why are you so worried about saying the names wrong?
I feel like I don't know. I just feel like it was kind of disrespectful if I mispronounce the name. It's almost like I wasn't paying attention, but I kind of was. So
you're hard on yourself too, right?
I think more than, yeah, I am. My goal is to be number one in a lot of things. So.
Number one what?
Just number one. I feel like I just kind of have to be number one. I don't know. I'm kind of working on it.
How old are you?
I'm 20.
20?
Yeah.
You have no right to be 20. Nobody is 20. Are they? No, I don't know. My son is 60.
Oh.
20 is silly. Do you call those, that hair hanging down, do you call that dreadlocks? What do you call that?
It's actually braids. I need to kind of get them done. I usually wear my hair in a ponytail, more or less, or wrap it up in a bun. But it's quarantine style, so.
It's quarantine stuff is not so great, is it? Except, you know something? Without quarantine, we wouldn't be doing this.
That is true.
If it wasn't for quarantine, Michael wouldn't be doing this. And I think that quarantine, my son has been telling me this for a long time. I think that because of the quarantine, we're going to learn a lot about a lot of things. And I'm delighted that we have this opportunity to have this experience, just you and me. You get my drift?
I do.
Well, tell me your name again.
My name is Stephen.
Stephen.
Freisen III.
What?
Yeah.
What?
My full name is Stephen Freisen III.
Stephen, say it slowly.
Stephen Freisen, F-R-Y-S-O-N, and the third.
The third.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Tallahassee, Florida.
What's it like growing up in the South these days, being a black man?
It sucks. It sucks.
It sucks?
Yeah.
Why does it suck?
Because I feel like I actually had this talk with myself, more or less, or like with God, because I am Christian. But
I'm a Christian too. I'm a Christian too, so I know exactly what you're talking about. You know how much I talked to God today that I would be okay tonight?
No.
A lot.
Yeah,
I did my conditions all afternoon. I said the rosary this morning. I've been talking to God all day. I talk to God day and night.
That's what I need to do.
And I find that I am finding that the older I'll be 90 pretty soon, and I think the older I get, the better I get, because I'm getting closer to being who I am and trusting God. And the fact that you're even able to talk about praying and being as honest as you are is amazing at your age.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. You've seen enough of me tonight to know I say what's on my mind, don't I?
Yeah.
All right, now you had the other question. What is it?
My question is, I don't get for the exercise, I have steps, but it's like, take a deep breath.
You have what?
Steps. Like
Steps. S-T-E-P-S?
Yes.
Now let me say something to you. Your diction is not good.
Okay.
The word is steps.
Steps.
That boy. Steps.
Steps.
If you're going to be an actor, when you say, I know about the steps, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. No matter how good your acting is.
But they get by with it.
Huh?
But they get by with it.
And we get by with this in all the time. Especially American actors. British actors, you got to enunciate. You know what I mean? So you got to start, see, if you start feeling better about yourself and what your life is about and what you want to say because it's coming from your heart, and you own it, you can put it out there and make a statement. Statement. You hear me?
Yes, sir. Or yes, Darryl.
So go ahead, Darryl. So go ahead, ask me the question again.
How do you achieve emotional freeness, like through the exercises. I noticed that all the Byron included, once they've done the exercise, they achieve an emotional release or freeness, and I just don't comprehend it almost.
How long have you been with Michael?
Well, since quarantine, so about like 3 or 4 weeks ago.
He is an student of mine from here. He's jumped on during the quarantine, and he's been there every week.
Let's go back to him. Thank you, Michael. Let's go back. What's his name again?
Stephen.
Stephen, thank you. Stephen, you're 20 years old. You've been there for what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks?
Yes, sir. Yes, Darryl.
The fact that we can have this conversation intelligently now is amazing. Forget anything else. There's no way, unless if you've been with Michael 2 or 3 years and you ask me that question, I'd say you're with the wrong teacher. Because look, Michael and I are like brothers under the skin in terms of process. He understands this and teaches this in a way that I wish the other people who taught my process would do it. Michael's the only one that I know is doing the process the way I would like it to be. And the only way you're going to get any kind of answers to any of your questions, certainly this question, is by working with him for 2 or 3 years. And it's going to take you at least a year or two just to get into it a little bit. Are you patient enough to do that? Of course, you know, if you're 20, I mean, you might not be the best until you're 25. Can you wait till you're 25 to be king of the world?
Lord willing, yeah.
What are you trying to prove, Stephen?
So,
what are you trying to prove?
There's someone I am trying to beat more or less.
To beat? You're competitive?
I am pretty
Wow.
competitive.
Well, at least you're honest, right?
Yeah.
You know what a waste of time that's going to be.
Now I do.
What are you feeling right now? Go ahead, write it down. What are you feeling right now? Sound. See, you haven't done enough exercise work to get out of your head. You're in your head. And can I tell you something that I've learned about you in just this little conversation we're having? You're smart.
Thank you.
You're very smart. I'm not complimenting you because I want to be nice to you. I'm just telling you what you need to hear. You're smart. And I've worked with so many actors who were not too smart. Some of the best film actors I ever worked with were not too smart. Sometimes smart is not ideal. Being who you are, smart or dumb, is sometimes better. You know what I mean? You're very smart, but you're in your head, which is what most people are. Young people today are, you know, and you're growing up in a very difficult time in society, right? My goodness sake. I don't know who you're competing against, but you want to tell me?
His name is Devin Craig.
And why are you competing with Devin Craig?
Because we more or less have around the same start in acting. And we are very similar. And he told my college class that he was going to be the first one or the only one in our class to receive an Oscar. And he was like, you know, when I receive an Oscar, I would make sure you guys come, or I would send you an invite. And I didn't like that.
You didn't like it?
No.
You're trying to prove. Now, do you know something? Anybody, how old was he when he said that?
He's 1 year older than me, so.
So he's 21?
Yeah.
Well, how old was he when he said it?
19 or 20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know what a dumb thing that is to say to anybody? See, it isn't about what you're going to do. If people's lives were about what they're going to do, it would be a whole different world. It's what they do. And when they do it, they don't have to talk about it and tell everybody what they're going to do next. They just do it. Write that down. Don't tell anybody what you're going to do. Don't worry about what you're going to do. That's not being in the present moment. That's living your life in the future. That's projecting into tomorrow. That's another huge problem we human beings have. We're either in the future or the past. And what we have to learn, did you ever hear of Eckhart Tolle, The Power of Now?
No.
This is the book I want you to get. Write it down. The Power of Now, N-O-W, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle, E-C-K-H-A-R-T-T-O-L-L-E. Did you get that?
Can you repeat the last name one more time?
Tolle, T-O-L-L-E. He's a major figure. The Now movement. You understand? Michael's up there. Talk to Michael. Michael will help you with this. Get yourself into the present moment and forget yesterday. And look, yesterday is over. It's gone. There is no yesterday. It's over. And especially there is no tomorrow. It's not happened. And the way the world is going, it may never happen.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
The only thing we have as people or as actors is now. The power of now. That's my whole teaching methodology. My whole life is based on living now. And it's taken me a lifetime to really do that over and over again, enough so that I can trust it. You with me?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else?
I'm good, thank you.
Now, keep in touch with Michael about all of this stuff. If you have any questions, ask him.
Will do.
He'll help you. Go ahead, Mike.
Okay, Casey has his hand up. Casey, did you have a question? Casey?
Yes, I do.
Okay, go ahead.
So I noticed amongst the exercises, there is this freedom to let go and really be close to the emotions. And you mentioned Eckhart Tolle.
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you see me?
I can see you.
Well, look at me.
Gotcha. So.
Wait. Hold it. Can you get that hair out of your face?
Sure.
So I can. I love the hair, by the way. Wish I had hair like that.
Thanks.
Mine's a little thin on top. Maybe one of the first things you need to learn as an actor is to talk to people and to look at them. You started talking to me and you didn't look at me. And you know what that made me feel? Like you weren't really talking to me. And you know why I think you did that? This is really important for you, especially at things like auditions and stuff. You're in your head a little bit. You're thinking about what you're going to say and stuff instead of having decided what it is and then really opening the door to somebody else. Now, we're in touch, right? You're looking at me great. Nice, strong brown eyes. Are you breathing?
Yes, I am.
Now ask your question.
Is the work of being emotionally free the same as what Uta Hagen mentions as being like the cat?
I don't remember Uda's teaching that well. Can you tell me what it, be more specific?
Specifically, it was in her book, Respect for Acting.
I know that book very well, but I've forgotten it. Go ahead.
She mentioned that she would never let a cat beat her in being more present and more in the moment. And so I'm asking, is the emotional self-work the same as being very present in the now, the same as Eckhart Tolle, the same as Uta Hagen mentions, being in the moment and being very much in your senses and reacting to all stimuli that's going on the stage, on a set, at all times? Is that what I'm understanding correctly?
Right on.
Okay.
That's right on.
That's what I mainly wanted to know.
Pardon me?
That's really what I wanted to know, because I just felt
study
like,
with Uta Hagen?
Say again?
You didn't study, have you studied with her book or a teacher that teaches?
I went to university. So I studied at Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. I graduated with a BFA. And we even then they didn't really.
You don't have to hold your hair like that.
Hmm?
You don't have to hold that like that. Let your arms
let it go. It kind of.
I'd rather that than you having to hold the hair up there. Don't hold it up there. I love your hair. Come on, let's let it happen.
Got you.
Go back.
So like at university, we didn't necessarily, I was the one who would like buy the book, read it, go in depth and really go in depth as to understand about given circumstances, staying present, releasing your sphincter and being in the now. Like it had all sorts of different names of being in the moment and speaking with the character. So I just wondered if that's the same. When you say letting go, it's the same as that.
Look, I understand your question, and it's a hard question to answer. It's a great question, but it's hard to answer, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I think, God, I'm going to go out on a big limb here. I think I am bringing with this book, The Unconscious Actor, Stanislavski, who is my hero as far as training actors, Stanislavski into the 21st century. I don't think anybody else has ever done what Michael and I are doing ever before. And I think it's, how long have you been with Mike?
Same as Stephen.
So you're brand new. Yeah. Wow, are you lucky to be there? Now, look, don't, as you work with Mike, don't compare what you're learning that has to do with our process with what Uta said, what Stanislavski said, what Meisner said, what anybody said, because it's going to be different. Let me somewhere here I've got something I wanted to say, and I was at the Actors Studio. You know the Actors Studio?
Yes, with James Lipton. May he rest in power.
Lee Strasberg.
That's on television. So when I was working and living and working and acting in New York. Where is he? He went away.
You can say something, Steve or Casey, and then you'll pop back up.
Yeah, I'm here. Right, my mistake. My mistake. Lee Strasberg, Actors.
The Actors Studio. I joined the Actors Studio because in those days the method was the thing to do. People would say to me, I had been in Hollywood forever, acting from my own process. My own process. I didn't have anybody train me to do what I do. And people would say, are you method? I'd say, what the hell is method? And they say, well, nowadays in Hollywood, all they want is method actors. This just goes back a while in my career, right? So when I went to New York, started working in the theater, I said, I got to go down there and find out about the method, you know? So I went down there and I joined the actor studio, and I used to sit on Lee Strasberg's classes. And I didn't join the actors unit. I was already on Broadway, but I joined the directors unit because I've always been a director. I love directing. But I would sit in on his classes. He supervised the directing workshop, and I had several situations with him, and he was so nice to me, it was unbelievable. But what I learned in the acting thing, he would tear an actor apart. And I would see the actor walk off the stage, actor after actor, with absolutely ready to give up the business. So one of the things that I'm delighted to say to you is that you're with Mike Sims, because the process is going to be different. What Strasberg, do you know anything about the method?
Yes.
You know,
I know.
What do you know?
It is a specific acting technique in which the actor draws upon their very personal experiences to bring forth the character's actions to life.
You learn that at the university?
Oh no, that's my personal work. Like
That's very well said.
Yeah.
Now, do you know the problem with the method from my standpoint? I think I haven't talked to Michael about this. You know, the problem with the method is that they decide ahead of time what they're going to feel in a scene at a certain place in the scene. They decide, they do what they call emotional memory or emotional recall. Have you heard that phrase?
Yes.
And they do an emotional recall to bring up lots of emotions. In this scene, when I get to this line, I want to feel all of this, oh my God, I'm gonna cry, whatever, all right?
Right.
And they call that emotional recall or emotional memory. That's the last thing you want to learn to do, as far as I'm concerned. And that's why method acting stinks, as far as I'm concerned. Method acting is trouble. And I think method teachers have ruined more attractive what's happening. Linda?
Ooh.
I got a telephone in front of me.
Hello?
You're there.
Here, yes. Just
And
gotta.
I think method training has ruined more potentially wonderful actors than any other training procedure, because it was so popular and everybody thought it was the thing to do. Predetermining an emotional feeling that you're going to feel in a scene is one of the biggest no-nos in my point of view about the acting process. You create all kinds of points of view, and if you work with Michael long enough, do you have my book?
It's in the mail.
You're new, okay. You got a long way to, huh?
I said it's in the mail. It's gonna take a minute.
I'm sorry?
It's in the mail. It will take a minute.
Okay, yes, it will. Give yourself a chance. Are you breathing?
Yes.
Now you are.
Now, yeah. Admittedly, I'm.
Yes, now you are. Yes. Take a deep breath. Atta boy. What are you feeling right now?
Safe, calm, at peace.
Tell me when it changes.
Chest is feeling a little opened up a little bit.
What are you feeling?
Empty, repressed. Like
You're holding, aren't you?
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you feeling right now? Because it let go. Yes.
Loose, okay.
Feeling better. Did you feel that happen? Did you feel that happen?
I did.
You stay with Michael and you're going to be doing this all the time. And
Okay.
if you were with a method teacher, You would never do this.
Okay.
Are you aware of that?
No.
Well, you'll learn.
Yeah.
You'll learn.
Heard stories.
Say again?
I've heard stories, not exactly, just reading it from the book is like being the guy window shopping. It's not quite the same as being in the classroom to, see how that magic happens.
Oh yeah. You got to get on your feet. If you're an actor, you got to. It's like football. You ever play football? You look like you could be an athlete. Are you?
No, don't play football. Took martial arts. So boxing.
Oh, martial arts. Tell me about what martial arts.
So I studied Renbukai while I was in military school. That's Japanese karate.
I know what it is.
Judo and boxing.
Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, go ahead.
And I've also been sampling and reading a lot of Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do and learning how that method is worked out and exercising and staying fit. Best I can do in quarantine.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
My son is constantly telling me about Bruce Lee. My son is into athletics big time. At any rate, okay? You're in the right place, but you got to be there a while. Same thing I said to that I've forgotten his name.
Steven.
You got to be there a while, and you got to listen to Mike. You got to do your exercises, and you got to trust.
It's the same. It's a martial art.
My wife is so smart. She said it's the same as the martial art.
I noticed.
You got to get out of your head and get into your body and
Don't be lazy.
And get into your flow. Flow, right?
Right.
Flow.
Darryl, let me interject here. To be fair to both Stephen and Casey, these guys have been tremendous. They've been to every class since we first started. And we have not, since we're feeling our way, we first started off with basically lectures about explaining what the process was. Then we decided that they were willing and eager, so they jumped in with some monologue work, and we really haven't had a chance to get into the basic work, which we probably should have started with. But I see that the appetite is there, and it's the same thing. I just want to go back 1 second, Casey. Darryl was in Strasberg's classes and at the actor studio for a number of years, couple of years. And one of the things he says in his book, and we've discussed this, is he never saw Lee Strasberg do a physical exercise with an actor. There has never been an acting class I have audited, been to, participated in, or whatever. And I looked for I was in every single acting class in LA before I found Darryl. And all of them were great, and they had great teachers, but none of them ever dealt with what he deals with and what we're talking about right now. And it is the foundation, which is what this course is called, of all good acting, being present in the moment, having your emotions accessible to you, and stripping away all of the stuff that hampers us and is in our way, of which you've seen some examples tonight. So these guys are willing, and they show up every week, and we're going to be working with them from here on in helping them to further the work you started tonight.
Wonderful, Mike. And let me add one thing. Being athletic and being into judo and so on, you want to allow the energy to flow. The point he made about the body is so important, because they don't help us as actors learn to use our body freely and fully. You understand?
Yes.
So Michael will do this for you. You have been blessed. Now stay with it. Anything else?
And you're so cute.
My wife just said, and you're so cute.
Thanks.
We've got several
here.
We've got
now, here, wait.
Go ahead.
Linda just gave me, what is it you want me to do, Linda?
I don't know.
She gave me, here's a paragraph. Is this about? Yes. This is a wrap up. I'll do it before when we're about to wrap up, Michael.
Okay, good. I've got several people with questions that have their hands up.
Yeah.
I'd like to give them a chance to have their question.
Go.
Nathan Mitchell, you go ahead.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome. A pleasure.
Hey, Darryl, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Let me see you.
Oh, I active.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
You got a beard too.
Yep. Just like you. I have two questions. One is just like a really quick one. But
Who are you looking?
I'm looking at you.
It looks like you're looking.
I have you in gallery mode.
What's that mean?
So basically, now I'm looking at you.
To see if can you look at me in the eyes?
I'm looking at you in the eyes right now.
No, you're not in my eyes. You're looking away from me.
Because my camera, the lens on my camera is over here, and my charger for my iPad is on the other side. So where you are, you're here on the screen for me.
Okay, go ahead.
That's so. This is so my first question is just like a little quick one. Like, what is your experience, and what do you think of Meisner? And secondly, in your book, you talk about like imagination being the basis of creativity, right?
Wait. Let's go one question at a time.
Okay.
First question, what do I think of Meisner? Did you study with Meisner Method?
Yes.
Where?
Baron Brown Studio.
Where?
Baron Brown Studio.
Where is that?
LA.
In LA. How long did you work there?
I'm still studying there now. So I started.
How long?
We got 2 weeks, and now I think probably about 5-6 months.
5-6 months.
Yeah.
And what's your question about Meisner Method?
I just wanted to know what your thoughts on Meisner was.
I think there are 2 or 3 teachers that were not I don't know how to say this, that were not ruining actors when I was coming up in the business. One of them was Meisner. I knew Meisner personally, and I respect him very much, and I respect his ideas. It's not my process, and it certainly isn't as negative in my view as the
method.
The method. Yeah. But it's not ideal. Let's put it that way. Does that answer your question?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead.
And this one is so. As far as imagination goes.
Now wait. I want to ask another question.
Yeah.
Are you studying with Michael?
No.
How come you're here?
Alberta gave me the link to this.
Okay, go ahead.
So as far as imagination goes, it's something I've wanted to explore for a while. There's something called aphantasia, which is the lack of the ability to create mental images in the mind, right? About 2% of people have it. And
are you talking, you said mental images. Would you define mental image?
A visual image of something.
A visual image is a lot different from a mental image.
Okay. So the ability
to a visual image is coming from the imagination. A mental image is coming from the thinking mind.
Okay. And so how? So
wait. So what does that mean to you? What I just said?
I would say
mental image. You're not talking about a visual image.
Okay.
You understand that?
I think
the imagination that stimulates thought. This is my point of view. I've studied this all my life. It's the imagination that stimulates thought, and then with images, and then thought, and sends emotional energy into the system, and then thought creates from that a conception or whatever, okay, or a form of some kind. You hear that?
Yes.
So you got to get clear about what you're talking about.
Okay, so I believe my intention was to speak about visual imagery, like an individual's ability to create visual imagery inside, like when they close their eyes, their ability to.
Yes. Do you do that?
That's something that I have difficulty with.
And now this is important.
Mm-hmm.
You have difficulty creating, when you close your eyes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any visual images that you're doing your best to visualize in the past that you've had trouble doing?
Like right now, I'm just seeing like blank, like my eyelids.
Well, decide on an image that you want to see.
Okay, so say if I'm deciding on an elephant.
Well, you don't have to tell me. Can you see an elephant?
It is faint.
It's what?
Faint, like faded.
Faded.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No.
Do you have somebody that you love dearly?
Yes.
Can you see their face?
Yes, I can see it.
Clearly?
It's not particularly strong.
Okay. Excellent. Now that gives me data. Now let's go back and let's pursue the question. Okay. So you're concerned because you don't get the strong visual images from your imagination you would like to get.
Yes.
And you don't know how to fix that.
Yes.
When you see the close your eyes again. When you see the picture, are we going back to that person you feel very strongly about?
Yes.
When you see that picture, what do you feel?
I feel love.
Breathe. You're holding your breath. You're holding your breath. You're holding your breath. Breathe. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm breathing through my nose.
Breathe fully from your lungs. You're not breathing. Well, let's start with this. What's your name again?
Nathan.
Nathan.
Yeah.
How are you feeling right now, Nathan?
Tension.
You're feeling, what are you feeling? That's not feeling. What are you feeling?
I'm not particularly tuned into a specific feeling right now.
Well, you don't really know what you're feeling. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, I'm not feeling a specific emotion.
Are you aware that you're holding your breath?
I'm aware that I hold my breath typically. While we were speaking or while you were speaking to me, I was doing my best to exhale and inhale.
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, I'm looking I can take a screenshot
I can't tell because I can't, we're not connected.
Based on like if I was looking at you, it would look like this. But this is
look at me that way. That's the way I want to talk to you from now on.
Okay. I'm not actually looking at you though. I'm looking at the camera.
Well, look at the camera then. You know how many scenes I played with a camera in my life?
Okay.
Like 10 million. You're still holding your breath.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a noise up there somewhere?
Yeah, it's a siren.
Why are you holding your breath like that? And you're holding your face. You're holding your energy field.
Mm-hmm.
You're holding everything. You're like stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
That's what's worrying you. Is that been worrying you?
It hasn't been worrying me, but it's probably it's definitely a default thing that I have.
Why are you so stuck?
I can guess, but I'm not sure if I'd.
Well, will you guess?
Yeah, for sure.
Guess.
I did Taekwondo growing up, and that was something that required me to, hold on to my emotions, and rather than express them, I had to be disciplined and you know, hold them and just command them and control them.
So you
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo. So you were trained to control.
Yes.
I hate the word control almost as I hate the word Trump. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Darryl, really, stop.
I hope I didn't offend any Republicans in the House.
Oh my.
What? Do you feel yourself holding?
Yeah, yeah. And it's something that, you know, I put attention on, you know, and
Attention on it.
What does that mean?
Can I suggest, where do you live?
in Vancouver. Or in well,
I recommend you get your ass down to Michael Sim's class if he's got room for you and get in. Oh, well then I recommend if you're interested in fixing this, that you stay in tune with this Zoom stuff. You're stuck. And the same expression on your face, nothing changes. You don't breathe. What are you feeling?
Oh my.
I think I'm feeling sadness.
You're feeling sad?
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
What do you feel? What? Give it sound.
Ah.
Better. Could you breathe once? Sound.
Ah.
Better. My goodness. Keep going.
Ah.
Keep breathing.
Ah.
Yes.
Ah.
Yes. Yes.
Ah.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
Ah.
How's that feel?
Ah. It feels more connected and more alive.
It is. Big time. Does it feel releasing a little bit?
It feels like I am, it's like if my rib cage is like this, it's more like it's opening more.
Yes,
and
it is. That's a beautiful way to say it. What are you feeling now? Yeah, give us now. Give us
I'd say some happiness, you know?
Give it sound. Give it sound.
Ah.
Yes, let yourself, you could even smile maybe. It wouldn't hurt your face. Yes, sound.
Ah.
That a boy. Oh, wonderful. Sound.
Ah.
Yes. Man, you're a different person in about 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Can you feel this?
Yeah, I can feel.
Tell me your name again.
Nathan.
Nathan. Sorry, I can't remember names very well. I'm lucky I can remember my name at 88. Breathe. You're an attractive young man, you know, when you and there's warmth in you. There's love and there's warmth and there's lovely things in you. Breathe. Yeah. Sound.
Ah.
Yes, more sound.
Ah.
Yes. And let it more if you want. Come on.
Ah.
Write to me. Send it out here.
Ah.
Put it into your arms and shoulders if you want to.
Ah.
Don't push it. Don't push. Right there. Sound. That's it. Yes. You're having a sense of humor. Oh my God. I am so impressed with Michael. I'm so impressed with these people. Nathan, get your ass in touch with him as much as you can, okay? Do these Zoom things with him and stay in touch with him because he will help you.
You're welcome to come Wednesday and Friday, Nathan, and I'd love to work with you.
Isn't it wonderful to see what he just did, Michael?
It feels like there's a wall of water, an ocean wide behind him, just waiting to flow.
That's a great way to say it.
I could feel it. It's like pulling me off the couch. It's nuts. And you've been holding on to it a long time. Come see me.
And he's touched you, hasn't he?
Yeah, he did. A lot of stuff going on
Can
there.
you see how much you touched Mike? Nathan?
I wasn't looking at the screen, but yeah.
Well, look at Mike. Can you see him?
Okay. Let's see.
You really touched him.
Let's see.
See, you know something? We are all, whether we're a Mike or a Darryl or a Nathan or a Donald Trump or whoever we are seeking communication with our fellow man. We're doing our best to feel good things about ourselves and to share as much as we can with our fellow man. And if you're an actor, think about it. If you're a skilled actor and can play characters that can reach millions of people out there and make statements that matter to you and share what's in you, because there's a lot in you, you can bring a service to mankind. This is not just being successful. See, I don't give a shit whether you win an Academy Award. I don't give a shit if you're a big star. I don't care. It doesn't fucking matter to me. I've worked with some of the biggest stars in the world and they're so unhappy, it's just unbelievable.
True.
You have it in you. So let's stay in touch with Mike and we'll move on, all right? Thank you, Nathan.
Thanks, Nathan. All right, we've got you up for taking a few more questions, Darryl?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, we've got Catherine. You want to step in there, dear?
Well, hello. Hi, Darryl.
You're Catherine? With a K, with a K or a C?
Catherine with a K.
My mother's name was Catherine.
It's a great name.
You don't look like my mother, I'll tell you that.
I don't know what your mother looks like, so.
My mother has been dead for about 40 years.
Then I definitely don't look like her.
You have a sense of humor. Okay, so you're Catherine with the K, and what's your question?
So my question is, obviously you have been, you don't seem to have a lot of issues with nerves, but a lot of people do.
I don't seem to have a lot of issue with what?
Nerves. Getting nervous when you're.
Now let me say this to you right now.
Uh-huh.
Say the word nerve.
Nerve.
Almost. It's nerve.
Nerve.
Nerve. Nerve. You don't articulate your words. You don't pronunciate your words clearly.
Okay.
As actors, that's a big problem. Because I couldn't understand the word nerve at first. Now I get it. All right. So go ahead, ask your question.
So I'm wondering, do you have any advice on dealing with nerves when you have anxiety? Because often that takes away from.
Did you say that I don't have a problem with nerves?
Oh my God.
Well, I don't know. I thought maybe you didn't because you started at 3.5 and you kept going.
You're holding your breath. Breathe. Every one of you brilliant people are holding your breath. It just blows my mind. Okay. I have never been in front of a camera or in front of an audience or in front of a Zoom camera without feeling nervous as hell.
Oh.
I have been so, did you work with Mike?
I did a long time ago.
I have been feeling nervous for 2 weeks. Beyond, I got a lot of fear in me. As confident as I am in one respect, I have been scared about a lot of things. I used to be so afraid of dying, I didn't want to go to sleep. I got a lot of fear in me. So I know all about nerves, anxiety, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So don't think that because of what my accomplishments, don't have nerves. I've done it in spite of the nerves, in spite of the fear. I've learned, and one of the reasons I wrote this book and taught this process was to try to help my fellow artists like yourself learn what to do with fear and nerves and all of that good stuff. That's what this process is about. One of the things. Why aren't you with Michael anymore?
Well, I haven't even been acting for a while now, but I studied with.
You haven't, wait.
Yeah.
You're obviously concerned about being nervous, right?
Right.
Why are you so concerned about it?
Because I feel like when I'm doing things in my own space where don't have any other people around, I feel like I can go anywhere and do anything. And I find that nerves often kind of hold me back from being 100% there.
Can you look at me? Can you look at me and talk to me?
I am looking at you, but I'll look at the
Now you
camera.
are.
Yeah.
So say again. You can.
So,
You're by yourself.
Yeah. When I'm by myself, I feel kind of limitless and I can do anything and go to any emotion and it's sort of instant and easy. And
But what happened?
When I'm with I get anxiety and I
When you're when you didn't finish your sentence. When you're where? When you're
oh,
what?
when I'm on my own, if I'm trying to act or sing or perform or, rehearsing a speech or something like that.
Now I don't understand. When you're trying to perform, are you saying when you're working on performing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You get nervous.
Right.
Why do you think you get nervous when you start to perform?
I don't know. I think probably fear of judgment and failure.
Well, join the club.
Right.
Do you know how many of us are fear of being judged?
All of us.
Forget
probably.
failure. Failure is the ultimate awfulness, right? Failure, you're not breathing. I think every one of you people has to learn to breathe. You're not going to live. Would you like to live to be 88 or 89?
No.
No. How old would you like to be when you die?
I don't know. It depends on my shape at the time.
How old would you like to be when you die?
I haven't picked a specific age in mind. I didn't think I'd live to be 40, and it seems like I will because I'm getting close.
Think you'd live to be? How old are you?
Not 40 yet, but I'm in my late 30s.
You can't say how old you are?
It's a secret. It's supposed to be a secret.
To whom?
To the universe. I'm 36.
All right. Do you feel like you're getting too old?
I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
I feel like my life is kind of gone, and I didn't.
Your life is gone at 36?
Well, not gone, but I feel like I wasted a lot of life. I feel like I've wasted a lot of opportunities in my life. So it doesn't mean that it's gone.
Everybody alive has wasted opportunities. Everybody. We all waste opportunities. We all make mistakes. We all have chances to do things that we don't follow through over and over and over again. Now, have you worked with Michael?
Yeah, but it was like 12 or 13 years ago.
Did you do your conditions exercise?
12 or 13 years ago.
How did you do with that?
Honestly, I don't remember anymore.
I got to say this to you because I'm sitting here looking at you and admiring you. You are so beautiful.
Thank you.
And you look about 22 at the most.
Yeah.
And you're not over made up. You look just lovely.
Thanks.
You have low self-esteem.
I have an ego and a low self-esteem at the same time.
You can't have low self-esteem if you don't have an ego.
There.
You can't have low self-esteem if you don't have expectations, which comes from the ego. See, you guys are so smart because everything I say that is penetrating, you get it instantly. And you don't try not to. You're not breathing, damn it.
I am totally breathing.
No, you're not. Breathe.
I am.
Let me see you breathe.
Should I be breathing like?
I want you to breathe so I can see you breathing. Open your mouth and breathe a little bit. Look at me. Are you looking at me? Better. What are you feeling?
Sadness.
Sadness. Give it a little sound. Atta girl. Don't push. Don't push. Yes. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Easy, easy. Easy. Yes, let it happen. Easy. Atta girl. Yeah, let it happen. It's changing. Let it happen. Yes, let it happen. You're stopping the flow. See, you're aware of that, aren't you?
I am.
You know why you stopped the flow?
I didn't want to be emotional in front of people.
That's a good answer. What would be bad about being emotional?
Vulnerability and.
When you're emotional, you're vulnerable?
Yes.
What do you think one of the most attractive things to an audience, especially for a female artist?
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability. One of the most attractive things. I'll tell you, to me, one of the things I love about women is their vulnerability. And all the years that I taught brilliant women and brilliant men, it was always the women that would let themselves be vulnerable. Men have trouble. They got to be butch. They got to be strong. They got to be masculine. They got to be macho. And it's horseshit, because they're as vulnerable as anybody. Let me tell you a question, something that popped into my mind, so I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I'm working with a guy who's 6'5", 250 pounds of nothing but muscle, a former combat Marine. He's 25 years old. And I get him up to do his first exercises. And I said, what are you feeling? Just put into sound what you're feeling right now. And this is what I got. Oh. I said, again, what are you feeling? Again, So I did that about 3 weeks in a row. It's all I could get. He was just new in class. So I finally said to this guy, I mean, he was like a monster and handsome, but tight ass, unbelievable. And I said, if you were to let out what you're feeling right now, what would come out? What would happen from your point of view? And he looked at me with these steely blue eyes, and he said, right at me, I'd kill somebody. And he scared the shit out of me. And I said, okay, well, I'm not going to push you now. I'm not going to push it today. 2 weeks later, he was gone. Hear that. I'd kill somebody. He couldn't let go. Now, he'd been trained to kill people, and he'd killed them. And he was scared shitless. And he had so much in him. I know he did. He was one of the best looking guys I've ever seen. Macho, strong man. I'd kill somebody. Never forget it. Now you have it all available to you. You got to do some work. I recommend you stay with Michael on the Zoom or whatever and start going easy on yourself, letting yourself feel what you feel and breathe. Learn to breathe. Learn to trust your emotional life and your life, and learn how you're thinking. What are you thinking about? You can't do shit with me because I see everything. What are you thinking about?
That scares.
Huh?
That totally scares me.
What scares you?
That you can see through things.
You're trying to keep from me seeing?
Of course.
Forget about it. You know how many actors, young actors and actresses have tried to not get me to see it? I was born, and this is a gift that I had when I was born. When I was on a set with Wallace Beery, I did a movie. You know who Wallace Beery was? No, before your time. When I was born, I could tell what people were feeling when I couldn't even say in words what I was getting. I just knew what they were feeling. I've known it all my life. I've had that, and that helped me a lot in my career because no matter what they tried to put at me, I knew better. I know better. And the best people you want to work with, you can't fool. People like John Ford, you couldn't fool John Ford. You know who John Ford was?
Yes.
You couldn't fool John Ford. 500 kids tried, and I got the job because I didn't try to fool anybody. I didn't try to act. I was just me. It was the key to my career. It was the key to my teaching process. You're still holding your breath.
God. Okay.
You're holding the emotion, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you holding the emotion? It's so attractive.
I have a lot of it, and once I let it out, it kind of doesn't stop. So
You feel you have too much, right?
I have too much. Yeah.
What? That means you can play parts that some women who don't have the same wonderful emotional energy can't play. Who's your favorite actress?
I like actors more.
Like who?
Actors more. My favorite actor or my favorite actress?
Actress.
Actor.
Well, first give me actor. Who's your favorite actor?
I don't know. Robert Downey Jr. Maybe. I don't know.
I love Robert Downey. Yeah. Who else?
I'm trying. I'm having a hard time thinking.
No, you're not. You're doing great.
Yeah. Well, thinking. Memory. I have the memory of 80-year-old. 95-year-old.
Okay, good. Favorite actress.
Favorite actor?
Actress.
I don't really currently have a favorite. I really like Judi Dench because she's very mischievous.
Oh, I love Judi Dench.
She's got a twinkle in her eye, and she's.
What about Meryl Streep?
I don't really like her as. I'm not supposed to say that, but I don't. Yeah, I just don't connect as much. I think she's a good actress. I just don't connect as much.
Do you think some actresses use their emotional life too much?
Yeah.
So it makes them not be as strong, right? They're too vulnerable, right?
I think it depends if it feels real to me or not.
Yeah.
My heart can break watching somebody when it feels real, so it doesn't matter how far they're going. But if it feels forced, or it feels like it's not coming from, like, it's not coming from a completely honest place, or it's coming from a place where I judge it, I guess.
You just used the key word. That was the next thing I was going to say to you. You're very judgmental.
Yeah.
You're very judgmental, and you know who you judge more than anybody?
Myself.
Yourself.
Yeah.
And you're stopping your creativity with that judgment. You know what Jesus said? Do you know anything about Christianity?
Jesus? A little bit.
The Bible?
I know about.
See,
the
I'm
Bible.
into the Lord Jesus. You know what Jesus says in the Bible? The best thing I ever heard about this: judge not that you may not be judged. Judge not that you may not be judged. And he also said, which is something I've tried to live by all my life. The first, they asked him, the Jews that, in his time, he was out there, what is the first commandment? He said, to love the Lord thy God with thy whole heart, thy whole soul, and thy whole mind. And the second is like unto this: love your neighbor as yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself. See, Linda and I talk about this all the time. I don't think you can love anybody unless you love yourself. Not really. Boy, do you hold your breath. You're not even aware of it, are you?
I wasn't aware of it, and then I became aware of it.
Tell him, Darryl,
Mom said I love him.
without air. You cannot
You cannot live without air, and you cannot have air unless you breathe.
Wait a second. Air, you can.
Wait a minute, my wife is now teaching.
Okay, I'm now interjecting here because breathing is so.
Can you hear her?
Yes.
Go ahead, Linda.
Okay, so we can live without air for a few minutes.
Yes.
That's it. But we can't live without water, that's it. We can live without water and food and thing and whatever, but we can't live without air for more than a few minutes.
You can't live with it for in a few minutes. It's a matter of seconds.
We have to breathe, breathe, breathe. And actors.
And you have to. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up.
Okay.
Tell me your name again.
Catherine.
Catherine. Do you have any other things? Anything you want to say? You want to question me? You want to criticize anything I said to you? You want me to justify anything?
Want to judge you? Are you asking me if I want to judge you?
Yes.
I don't want to.
I'm
I
open.
already did.
Huh?
I already did.
I'm sorry?
I said I already did.
You already judged me?
I already judged you a long time ago.
You want to tell me what it was?
No.
What?
Why not? I'm telling you what I did.
You didn't judge me.
I didn't what?
Never mind.
No, I'm not going to let go. I want to hear it, and I want you to be honest with me.
I hate being honest. Oh, I mean, I don't hate being honest. I hate not being honest too. So it's I don't know. I don't know how to put things in words sometimes.
Yes, you do.
What's the question?
What did you judge? What was your judgment of me?
My judgment of you was You know, you said you pick up on people's things and you don't always have a name for it, but you can feel it. I mean, that's how I feel. So it's hard. That's
Can
why
you
it is.
describe what you picked up?
I don't know why that's making me so emotional.
You don't have to know. Can you describe what you picked up?
I picked up different things. I mean, I picked up.
We'll name them.
Obviously, you're very attuned, but you also have. I definitely have an ego, and in terms of feeling right about things. And you want to connect with people, not afraid to call people on things. Don't seem to have a fear of what calling people on things or making them uncomfortable because they have to face their vulnerabilities would make them feel like.
Wow.
I mean, you're also kind because you try to say nice things about people and give them, you know, find things that you genuinely pick up on. Yeah. That's just some things.
That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Now, you know how I'm gonna say, you know how I learned to do this? Because I have been teaching a long time.
I'm sorry, I lost sound.
Michael, can you?
I'm just gonna get a.
Can you?
I don't know what's happened. She's left for a moment.
Okay, I think she's had enough of this.
Well, you're tapping right into it. It's really great. There she is. She's back.
There she is. Yeah.
Are you back, Catherine? Oh, headphones.
Okay, go.
I don't think he wants to hear that.
Say something, Catherine. Say something. I think
I'm so sorry. I can't seem my speaker stopped working.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Apparently people can hear me, but I can't hear anyone else. So.
Well, okay. let me say then maybe they can share it with you. I've almost forgotten now what I wanted to say to you. The reason that I have a very strong point of view is that I have been teaching for a long time. And I know what's happening with most people. And I want to share it with them. That's all. It's not that I'm right or wrong. It's just my point of view. Okay?
Well, let me interject here. I stood in your class for 3.5 years, and I've seen it tonight, and I've never seen it go wrong. There is a certainty that comes from knowing, and everybody can see it. There's no, it doesn't have to have a discussion. You either it's there or it isn't, and it's there. And everything that you ever did while I observed you in class was for the benefit of that human being. And that human being was in class for a reason. And what the main discoveries were about ourselves. And we couldn't possibly get to where we wanted to be, whatever our ambitions were, until we got in touch with that. And you served us in that way. And it's like I said in the introduction, anybody that's been in my classes that has derived any benefit from them owes a debt to Darryl Hickman, because that's the stuff that I learned that I'm trying to do. And that was just plain fucking wonderful. I'm sorry, that's the way it is. And if Catherine can't hear it, I'll be sure and relay it to her later. Darryl, there's a bunch of people that have their hand up, including your old friend Tony Horton. Do you want to take more questions?
I'll take one more. I'll take Tony, and then I'm gonna, because I'm getting tired.
Well, I don't know whether you realize.
Tony, I want to do Tony.
Hold on, I don't know whether you realize it or not. You've been going for 3 hours, so this.
Yes, I do realize it.
This is.
And I'm beginning to feel my age. But I want to do Tony before
All
I
right,
stop.
all right. Hold on. I'm going to tell him. Come on, Tony. Come on.
Darryl, can you see me? Can you hear me? All right.
Yes, I can. Hi, you got a beard.
I got a little beard. Covers up my wrinkles really nicely. So.
Oh, come on.
Plan.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. And I first of all, I don't have a question. I just want to say how much, what a thrill this has been for me. And I've got Steve Eckel here and Kirsten and Jonathan Perpich and some old friends. And
are they at your house?
No, they're at their homes. And you know, I was
all watching together, right?
We're all here. We're all here from back in the 80s and 90s. And you know, I just want to say it is such a pleasure to be here and to see you and to see that you look still the fucking same. I don't even know how that's possible, but you look fantastic, and your energy and your enthusiasm and your kindness and your love is still so fucking amazing, man. It's really great to be here. And you know, 5 nights ago, I'm lying in bed and your name popped into my head. And I go, Darryl Hickman, holy shit. So I had to go on the web and find you. And the fact that this was happening a week later, you know, I don't know, it was destiny or kismet or whatever you want to call it. But it's just a pleasure to see you again, my friend. And I you know, I don't want to speak for Kirsten and JP and Steven, but you know, this is a thrill, and it's just great to see you. And then your willingness to share like you did 30 years ago. I mean, it's been that long, and it's just it's lovely, and thank you.
I have to say, it's great to see you. It means a lot to me that you're here. And what you said brought me to tears. It's just wonderful that you're able to open the door and let this happen between us. It just means so much to me. And so this kind of wraps up the night for me. And I have basically Michael to thank for this. But I thank everybody that I've talked to and who's been there tonight, and you for, I mean, nobody said anything that nice to me in a long time. I mean, that's really.
Well, I mean, you know, you changed my life. You absolutely thoroughly, you created a switch in me that's lasted for 30 years. And
you know, you couldn't say anything better to me, Tony. And so, you know, let's talk on the phone. I asked Linda, see, I don't communicate well over computer or over the thing. I don't know how to work it, and I don't do that, but I like talking on the phone. You like talking on the phone?
I love it.
I'd love to talk to you, and I'd love to stay in touch with you. So, so get in touch, all right?
Done.
Give my love to all your friends and all our relatives and all of our people, okay?
You got it.
Take good care of yourself.
Thank you, Darryl.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Namaste. Namaste. Okay, I think I've about had it now. I'm an old son of a gun.
Is Damien there?
Is my son out there?
Still?
Michael, can you tell? Well, that was Linda's question. I think I'll let Damien alone tonight. I'm ready. Michael, let's wrap it up, okay? He's talking, but I don't know what he's saying.
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah, now there you are.
That's why I'm technologically bankrupt here too, because I had my thing on mute and didn't know it. Anyway, I want to sum up this evening by thanking everyone that participated and everyone that came. This has been beyond wonderful, beyond my expectations. I too, like Darryl, shared my nervousness as I do before every class. It's like Richard Pryor used to say, hope I'm funny. And I mean, it's like, you never know. And we come together to try and make this happen. Yeah, I joined Tony in standing up and saying, Darryl Hickman, you changed my life. And by the way, I said something nice to you like that last week. So you're getting old and forgetting. Anyway, I love you, man. I love you for coming on. This has been an incredible evening. I encourage everybody that was here tonight, come join us on Wednesdays and Fridays. We're going to continue to do this. Now, everybody, please take your microphones off or put them on. And we're going to give Darryl a big round of applause and send him back to bed. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you, Darryl.
We love you, Darryl. This has been awesome. I'm going to end the meeting.
Thanks, Daryl.
I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Michael.
I love you, Maggie. I love all you guys.
Everyone.
See ya.
Okay, bye.
You have so been channeling